I lost all my friends because of you, or was it really just because of me? I trusted you like a brother. We'd been friends for nearly a decade. We had college classes together. I went out of my way to help you with our homework, even when I barely had time for myself. All my friends were your friends because that's all we ever were. Just friends. At this point in my life, I thought this was clear to you. 2 kids, newly separated from my husband, finally moved back home. It was supposed to be a fun night. The last time I had gone out was the last time I hung out with you and all our other buddies. This was 4 years ago. It started off as innocent. We even had a few drinks with your dad, but after your cousins decided they had had enough, I was convinced the night was still young. After all, it had been years since I felt this free. So instead of giving me a night I deserved, and yes, you knew I needed it, I had just told you everything about my failing marriage. You gave me a night I could barely remember, paired with feelings I could never forget. You see, I woke up that next morning dazed and confused, wondering how I ended up in your shirt. My underwear was soaked and I couldn't find my phone. I could barely even remember how I got home. I walked to the bathroom not knowing anything except the fact that I needed to go, and when I did, it burned. And then a sinking feeling grew in my chest. What have I done? The police never went looking for you because even though my mother and ex-husband had forced me to tell them what had happened, I couldn't file a report. Because after sitting there in that cold, empty, fluorescent-filled room, being forced to relive the bits I could remember, she told me that in order to get the kit, I'd have to file. And when I filed, they'd investigate. But how would that help me? I didn't want to know. The only thing I knew was that at that very moment and for the next several months, I'd wake up hating how I felt in my own skin. My mother would spend the next few nights laying with me in bed until I cried myself to sleep, begging for someone to take me out of my own body. But you wouldn't know what that felt like, to feel so violated that you no longer wanted to be in your own body, the very body that God has given you. My very body that had already been through so much. You made me hate it. Or at least I allowed you to, because I trusted you. So now my friends are no longer my friends, they're just yours. And every time I see a blue truck like the one you drive, I shut my eyes for a second, trying not to feel triggered. It's been nearly 2 years since it happened, and I'll never be the same. After that night, I was in the worst state I'd ever been in, fully convinced I'd never recover. But I'm good now. Great, actually. And the best part, I'm not afraid of anything, not even you. And you did that. Or was it just me?